So it seems to glitch when you break 1,000,000 damage. So that's pretty cool. And you can definitely break 20,000,000 with this setup. Let's go ahead and take a look at the team and see what's going on here. So first, there's a lot of variations on it. You can use a whole lot of different relics, but the core is using Ira, Unki, and Chloe together. And the idea is that if you reduce Chloe's cooldowns enough, she'll always use her skill 3, but she will only be placed top left of the team, so Ira always targets her. This means that you don't need to build speed on Chloe either. So let's look at the builds and kind of see what's going on. For Chloe, you want to stack as much damage as possible. It's actually her skill 2 that's going to keep up all of her buffs and make sure she does as much damage as possible. And this does include Ira's buff. Next up we have Anki Chai, who reduces the cooldowns for everyone who has an attack buff, and with which this happens constantly. Next we're using the witch herself, who's one of the best supports in the game, giving us speed up, attack up, crit up, and helping Anki reduce all of her cooldowns. Now some of you may have Ira from the old Chronos days, and her little watch buff reduces cooldowns and basically gives the Chronos passive to a esper of yours. And then our soul healer is actually Meredith, who we use as a speed lead, and her healing is really good. Her skill 2 actually saves Chloe a lot. Lastly, we're using Gaius because a lot of people have him built, and he's really good for clearing the minions and doing some good single target damage. Now, turn order is a bit of a tricky thing because it really is about your speed tuning, and it's pretty difficult. But generally, you want this kind of turn order. So as you can see, Ira's AI will already target Chloe, which is super nice. And sometimes she'll do her skill 3 instead, and that's really not a big deal. And Anki will go after supports, basically reducing everyone's cooldown a little bit further. Now, there's a lot of variation on this team, so it's hard to fine tune it, but generally you want to get Gaius on a certain speed to determine when the rest of your team will go, and it's because the damage he does will force the boss to take a turn. Now, you may be noticing that Chloe's been jumping ahead in the turn order, and that's because of Ira's buff, and it even applies when Gaius shifts forms. Now, tuning for this time is really difficult. You have variations of the Witch and Unki and even Ira coming into play. So it's a little hard to get everything lined up, and so you should really save your presets if they work. And this is when the speed tuning really takes effect and you can see how fast Gaius should be. So from this point on, you kind of have the game plan. We're just going to be kind of doing the same thing with Chloe, clearing all the eyes, and basically trying to get as high of a multiplier as possible. And as you can see, you can get it times 10 and still get an EX++. It's really not impossible to do. So with that said, I'm just going to let the run go through. I'll play some music and give some commentary at the end. Now this build does require some pretty rare espers, but with some luck and proper tuning, you can definitely beat my score and achieve numbers over 20 million. So I look forward to seeing you on the leaderboards. Thank you for watching, and if you'd like to see more content like this, please like and subscribe.